Alright, so this is the second recording of this. The first one that I didn't record the screen. There's really no indication of what screen I'm recording until the end of the video. So after I finished the previous video, I watched it, and the whole time I was recording this camera screen. So had two videos doing that. Not so this video is gonna be quick because we already ran over these here. So Bitcoin. Bitcoin just at this daily level again. If we zoom out, we see I had this as a significant price point for it. We had resistance here, price broke above. The store was every time price get to the zone, it buys up. It got close to it, actually touched it, bought up. Got close to it, bought up. Got in the zone, bought up. Currently, price is at this zone. We jump down to our 4 hours. We see price, starting to honestly push up from this area. It's like I always say, it's still too early. And I know I'm speaking a little fast because I already went through it. Let me slow down a bit. I can at least give you, some time and explanation, some recap. We see prices made it to this daily zone again. So there's a lot of buying eyes here, buying orders, buying pressure at this point. Every time price get down here, it buys up. Every time it get down here, it buys up. Currently prices at this area. As always, we really just have to see how price plays out. But currently we're seeing what price is doing, and we are acknowledging it. So we jump down to our time frame. We have a nice view of what price is doing. Honestly, the trend is still bearish because we see a series of lower lows, lower highs, and we have yet to break structure just to say, okay, we are going into the uptrend, starting to buy. But we are seeing that every time price got to this area, price began to buy up. So we'll be looking for that break structure. We'll be looking for a nice kick in volume to push price up. But still early in it because we just got to the zone. One thing I can mention is we are making divergence here. We see, let's move this up. We see this is a low. This is a higher low. This is a low. This is a lower low. Divergence meaning the two are doing the opposite, so which could signify a reversal. And depending on how this candlestick closes, which I was explaining on the previous, I'm gonna start having some water. Tea on this junk, got to. But what I was explaining on the other one, it's so early in this, and what I'm going to say, because we still have 45 minutes remaining in this candlestick. But based off what price is looking like, it could be a reversal pattern where we have a bearish candle, we have a doji, then we have a bullish candle on the next candle. And that candlestick pattern, that three candlestick pattern will be called a morning star. Morning star is a high. So a morning star will look something like this. Just the opposite is, you see how you have a bullish candle, you have a stopping point, doji, then the next candle is being bearish. That is an evening star. Morning star just doing the opposite, going up. So we'll just see if price does something like this, and it will be a highly likely chance of it doing that, being that is at this strong level of support. A lot of buys is happening here. So we're just being mindful of that. But like I said, that's 44 minutes away, and the creation of that candle, of that pattern. And honestly, that's all I have for Bitcoin. We're just staying updated on it. We still have our boxing price in Honestly, Bitcoin can trade all within its range, but the time that we get under, we can start to see it being, uh, more bearish. But honestly, every time it gets to this point, it begins to buy up. So we're going to be watching to see how price reacts and see if Bitcoin actually begins to buy up. So going on to the next one, XRP. Let's keep it at the 4 hour. So we see XRP is trading within this wedge. We have a strong level of support here. Resistance broke above, came back, retested, bought up, came close to the area, bought up, came close to the area, bought up. And we see this is our point one, our point two. We made a trend line from those 2 points, drew it out. This made our point three and four, which happened later on in the future. And we see prices actually using this area as resistance. So these are 2 major levels that we want to be watching. So this trend line here, and also this zone here, this level here. Basically 2 price, and currently we'll say 250. Be watching those levels, the box price in. So if it gets above it or below it, we know how to react to it. So we jump down time frames. We see we had a point one, point two. These are 2 points we connected. We drew the trend line out into the future. We see the prices actually find support at these 2 levels. You see support, came to it, found support here, found support here, and could start to push up. Honestly, yeah, I don't know why I said honestly, but yeah, we're just going off what price is doing. We see there was, so one thing I do want to note that I mentioned in a previous video is when not XRP, whenever structure makes it to negative 61.8, there's a chance that price is going to reverse here. And we did see that here. Price made it down to this level. It found support at this zone, which was a breaking structure we had high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Price broke above that structure, breaking that structure, and came back retesting that previous area that we broke. And we're holding it now. It lined up with this negative 61.8. It's lined up with this trend line here. And we actually broke, and once we reached that, we broke this structure here before final resistance at our next stopping point. And we currently made a higher low. So it could be signifying that price is still bullish just based off those few things. Negative 61.8. We found this trend line, we're pushing up, making higher lows. Pardon me, we did break structure here, making a higher high. So we could see price, continue to push his way on up. So we do want to be watching this low and this high. You see how an alert here. So we watching that low just to see how price react to it. If it breaks above, if it rejects to it. And like I said, honestly, this low. But this one, I'm just use it as a visual because I do have an alert here. Watch price here. So if price does get here, I'm actually looking to potentially accumulate more or just watch and just see what price is doing. But this right here, also not a bad area to accumulate at. Honestly, that's it. One thing I did want to say before I ended this video, I do have my personal pairs that I do trade and watch. But I do know there's a lot of talk around Bitcoin and a lot of talk around XRP. So that's why I do choose these. Well, that's why I always have chose Bitcoin to record. And I just added XRP to the list to watch as well. This list can eventually begin to grow, develop, expand of the things that I'm actually watching and putting it out to the public of my analysis of it. But yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Like I said, I do have a list of other symbols on here that I have previously spoke about on previous recordings, but with a lot of talk and a lot of people being interested in getting started with Bitcoin, XRP, and a list of other cryptocurrencies. Why not? Why not? Why not have these as, the main focus? And like I said, I have my studies so I can, view the other on my own terms. But yeah, hopefully we recorded right. Hopefully we can go and get this uploaded so we can go and get it out to the public, to the people. Currently still getting 0 views. May get 1 or 2. It may be me watching to get that 1 or 2. But we still gonna put it out there. All right, thanks for showing up for yourself.